Good evening. We're back with more Marvel Snap. Didn't record much of the climb up to Infinite because it was very monotonous, playing almost all high Evo plus some Loki. I made the last bit of progress with Disrupt high Evo with Spider-Woman, Enchantress, and Shang-Chi. Got to Infinite at rank 22,000 roughly, as this is the first time I've played under the new ranked system. First time I've gotten to Infinite, and I started at rank 13 this month, and then I worked my way down to where I'm at right now, which is rank 12,810. So we'll continue to climb this evening using the Disruption Evo deck. I haven't really gotten any new cards that would be helpful in climbing except for X-23. I do have X-23 and Gladiator, so I could play Destruction. I don't really like Destruction that much in the absence of any specific location, hot location that's good for it, because there's just no room to really improve Destruction. It's a solved deck. So I like decks where I can look at a deck and think, yes, that's a good deck. I think I can make it a little better. Destruction, I don't think, can get any better than the decks that you see on Snap.fan or Marvel Snap Zone. It's a solved archetype, in my opinion. And I'm not really that interested in playing solved archetypes, because then whenever you run into another Destruction deck, you're always playing a mirror matchup. And mirror matchups will just destroy your win rate. So we're looking to go Miss Marvel mid. And here I think actually Nebula and High Evolutionary is better than Spider-Woman, who seems like a better turn 6 play. Orca can be Shang-Chi'd. And because Orca can be Shang-Chi'd, we're going to snap. Gonna go Shang-Chi, Enchantress. That's not invalidating my Miss Marvel, no. 4 cost, all good. One thing I've noticed from players at Infinite now, it didn't used to be the case, but they seem to all get mad if you snap. Like, you snap, and if they win, they spend like 5 minutes taunting you every time. Other players almost never snap. It's really rare that somebody else snaps at Infinite now. It didn't used to be the case. And then anytime you snap on somebody, almost every time you see them just emoting like you've walked up and slapped their mother. It's a strange mentality, given the snapping mechanic is such a big part of this game. Medusa means Cerebro 5s, most likely. Is Marvel not going to work with the Raptors there? I don't know if Storm is typically included in Cerebro 5s. But we'll throw Cyclops there and expect to win that location most of the time, and then Hulk can go to Throne Room. He may, if he's running Storm though, he may, in fact he probably does have another way to add power there. We'll throw Abomination. Nonetheless, I'm going to snap because I have a strong play for 5 and then I have a strong play for 6. I'm sure he's snapping because he thinks he has a good play for the flooded location. But I think I can win the other two. Or make a pretty good show of it anyway. We'll see. Yeah, I guess he thought the Legion play was gonna win. Okay, well. I am not sure what to say about that last game. There's probably some play he was going for that I just wasn't seeing. Alright, well this game's going to be random. Cards are getting moved to Strange Academy and then they're going to get moved somewhere weird, so... Mr. Sinister. Interesting. I actually wasn't sure if the Dark Dimension cards would get moved or not. I thought they would. That's why I played Cyclops there. Doesn't make sense to do that when you have Cyclops having an effect every turn. So if I had that to do over again, I would play Cyclops at the Bifrost. I think this gives the best chance to win. Not gonna snap here. Maybe I should, but I think he would run away. It's possible this is Cerebro 5s. No, it can't be Cerebro 5s. Can it? Silver Surfer. Okay. No problem. I don't think he would have called a snap. I don't know, maybe. That's interesting combo. Rickety Valley of the Hand. I think we'll start with Zabu though. That's going to be pretty solid for Rickety. In fact, I don't see a way for me to win that location. Looks like an ongoing deck. See these from time to time at Infinite. Probably typically newer players or players with less complete collections will play these types of decks. So we can rely on Spectrum coming down on turn 6. And he'll move Nightcrawler away from there. But it also makes his play there predictable. Alright, so can I beat Spectrum? He'll add 11 to value of the hand and be at 13. This 14-15. This ties at Tinkerers. $15. I'll be at 17. I'll be at 19. 23. I think this is good against Spectrum. Onslaught. I'll beat Onslaught. Whoops. Well, they don't all run Onslaught. I have seen Onslaught before. That does mean that if I had played Hulk right, would that have won? Now, Colossus on Rickety Bridge was a big deal. That's how he won that game.
My creations.
Interesting. I think I play Nebula. If he plays one of the Scorpion cards, I could play Abomination next round. I don't want to play... no, I think I just play Nebula to Washington, D.C. Is just a terrible situation. Doing that is so risky. I think I do it anyway. Deadpool's at 10. Killed his Killmonger. Hopefully he plays something big. Okay, well he should have snapped a long time ago. Obviously, he's never getting called here. Okay. Colossus Big House should win that location. Or Cyclops Big House, I mean. This is looking pretty good with Cyclops and Hulk, so I'm going to go ahead and snap here and Miss Marvel. Those are strong plays. Shadow King would be good there, but I don't have him in the deck. Let's go ahead and play Abomination. Actually, I'm thinking maybe Enchantress, Vibranium there. Enchantress, Vibranium with an eye on playing Hulk there next round. Don't need Zabu anymore. So if he just plays Apocalypse to one of these locations to Vibranium Mines, he'll play 2 swarms to the big house. He can't win the big house with the 2 swarms, though. He has the shard to double Dakin. Okay, he retreated. Yeah, I don't think he could win.
My creations.
I don't really need a copy of Zabu. That's gonna be annoying. I don't think there's anything I want to Enchantress. Depends on what variant of Annihilus he's playing. It's definitely Annihilus. I think I'll be okay. Usually when you try to get cute with cloning Vats and Black Widow, or Black Widow and other methods of copying, it doesn't work out, but let's see how it goes here. He is playing Darkhawk. But Annihilus isn't going to do the trick. Close. I maybe could have snapped there.
My creations.
This location is going to get stacked up. Cyclops will be very effective there. If I get a chance to use him. Right now, the way the hand curves out, I'm not going to have any extra energy. Okay, that's fine. Do I actually want to play Enchantress now? I think I do. It's going to be a long game, so getting rid of the Zabu buff seems good. Mr. Negative. Now I'm sad that I used Enchantress. Mr. Negative means Iron Man. Oh, okay. I don't know why. Maybe he was playing Mr. Negative Jane Foster and he immediately drew inverted Jane Foster. You don't see much Mr. Negative anymore. It's one of my favorite archetypes, but it's pretty dead at the moment.
My creations.
Always play Nebula before Misty Knight. It's turn 1 Misty Knight. Doesn't give an extra buff, so there's no reason to play it on turn 1. Whereas Nebula can give an extra buff. Okay, so he's absolutely playing Annihilus, and he also has a way to send it over in his hand, or he wouldn't do that. Okay, so he's got Annihilus. I'll call a snap if I have 2 of my big cards. It'd be like Cyclops, Miss Marvel, Cyclops, Hulk, Miss Marvel, Hulk. Those are my 3 big ones. Since I don't have those, and my opponent is representing that he has Annihilus in hand, just gonna back up. Or possibly Viper to send it over.
My creations.
Luke Cage. Would like to Enchantress that so that Cyclops can be effective. Does mean Enchantressing my own Zabu, but I think that's fine in this spot. I don't really have any other 4-drops I want to play. Oh, he played Cosmo to protect Luke Cage. Okay. Probably not going to win this one. Since Spider-Woman and Cyclops have been invalidated, so we'll just back up.
My creations.
I'll play Cyclops there. I'm fine if I draw Vibraniums.
Enough said.
I could play a Vibranium. Or would I rather have Cyclops go off? I'd probably rather play the Vibranium here. It's a 6-power Vibranium because it stops Nebula. By 6, up by 1, up by 8. So we'll go Abomination, Scorpion, and Nebula. That seems fine. Oh wait, that stops Miss Marvel. Well, I didn't play anything there, so. And it stops at both places. That was a terrible play. Do I get away with it? Yeah, I get away with it, but wow, was that a bad play. Shouldn't have played Scorpion. Just totally brain spaced out there.
My creations.
This is a terrible start. My opponent snaps, so I will, of course, retreat. Okay, it's not hopeless. This Marvel, Abomination, Hulk, strong plays. My opponent having to float turn 3 helped a lot. If he's got Darkhawk, we probably just lose. So I have 11 cards in my deck at the moment. Unless I draw Enchantress. So 10 cards in deck is going to be, well, I mean, he just defeated himself. Right? Yeah, why would... Okay. Some players are just kind of messing around at Infinite. But it could have just been a mistake. Mistakes happen.
My creations.
Okay, it's going to be Cyclops. Clogged board isn't necessarily good for him because it may stop him from sending things my way with Annihilus at some locations. I guess it's just Enchantress. Except I don't want to do that at Kunlun, so maybe it's High Evolutionary. And I'll save the Enchantress for later. See if he plays Sentry here. If he does, I'll Shang-Chi it. Well, this is interesting. Of the 4 cards I might draw, Miss Marvel, Spider-Woman, Abomination, and Hulk, 3 of them are good.
Enchantress.
Let's see how it goes. If you had Mystique there, it could have been bad.
My creations.
I don't think Misty Knight is worth copying at Sinister. Interesting. There aren't bots at Infinite. Guess he just got lucky there. He didn't want to copy the hood. Since I don't have any 4-drops to play, I'll play Scorpion here. And now we gotta skip turn 3. Good news is Cyclops on 4 is strong. And then we got Spider-Woman. There's a good chance Abomination is going to be very cheap. Possibly free, but we'll see. Oh, okay.
Aid my hand.
You can move Jeff there, but doesn't matter. He's going to have to add something else in addition. I mean, he can move second Jeff there. So we could add 5 power. Let's go like this. Okay. Sabu, Shuri's Lab. Miss Marvel isn't that good with locations like Shuri's Lab because that 5 power doesn't tend to be that relevant. I guess we'll take a Hulk here and then we can Shang-Chi his Hulk. Along with Miss Marvel on turn 6. I think he's snapping because he thinks he can get a lot of Hulks. Maybe not. Oh, okay. Sentry into Hulk. Into a Hulk from the Void. It's pretty strong. I'm not gonna Shang-Chi now, I don't think. Oh, he's playing Darkhawk. Interesting. Spider-Woman and then Shang-Chi right to win the game, hopefully. Okay, so we'll snap here. And we'll do this. Should be good. Don't care about Enchantressing my Miss Marvel.
My creations.
I think you occasionally do see a bot at Infinite. At least you have player names come up that are on the bot list. This definitely is, but it's probably also a player that's just named Frank, an actual player. That's not great. Means Misty Knight will end up 0 power. Yeah, it's not a bot. Alright, and then we'll go for an Abomination plus something else on Asteroid M, or possibly Abomination, Jotunheim, and something else on Asteroid M. It's the best I can do. It's probably going to be a retreat. been quite a long time since I've seen a Galactus play. Okay. I mean, I do that too sometimes, but...
Behold my creations.
Loki equals subhuman. I think he means Loki players are subhuman. He really doesn't like Loki. I mean, Loki's good. He's... Werewolf is where it's at right now. Loki without the werewolf doesn't seem that good to me. And werewolf is also good in Darkhawk. Interesting that he wants to lockjaw the danger room. He hasn't discarded anything. He's playing Hela. Okay, now he's discarded Death. Let's do this. Wait, did I misunderstand how Muramasa Shard works? When this is discarded or destroyed, double Dakin's power. I thought you just had to play it. Oh man, I gotta read the card more carefully. So what I should have done instead was probably play Hulk on right. Because I was up by 10 or up by 9 on Avengers Compound. So Hulk on right, I mean, would win, but if I had known that the Muramasa Shard didn't work that way, I think I probably would have retreated because it would have been 50-50 where Death went when he played Hela. So still, it depended on the luck, I suppose, from Lockjaw, but yeah, I probably would have retreated if I'd read Muramasa Shard more carefully. Inattention to detail.
Behold my creations.
think Noir Dimension is probably the location that's going to get the most cards played. Oh, okay.
Aid my hand.
Well, that's where I would have chosen to play Cyclops anyway. Does he have a really good play for flooding? Stick around. Okay, it's just a Nihilus. Thing is, though, I'm still okay there. So he has to win both of these. So we'll go to Showdown. Oh, yikes. Okay. Well, he had everything that game. Sentry, Annihilus, Goliath. That hurts. When they do snap, I mentioned earlier how rare snaps are. When they do snap, always assume that they have the best possible cards they could have, because that's really the only time that anybody snaps at Infinite. And I just didn't know his deck well enough to know what the best possible cards were. Sentry Annihilus was not a surprise to me, and that's sometimes enough to get a snap. But I couldn't beat the Goliath also. Or I could have by playing Miss Marvel left, but I don't know why I would ever do that. Do have Shang-Chi to deal with the Dino if needed. Probably it won't be in range though. Unless he plays something here that adds cards to hand, Moon Girl or something like that. Okay. That's an early Eliath. He could have potentially gotten my Hulk. I think we're okay. Cool looking card. Enchantress to zone Dino. In order to get my Miss Marvel. Okay, so he's just hoping to grab Elysium. Alright, well, gained a good 3,400 ranks into the top 10k. So making progress for the first month back after a 4 or 5 month break. Not bad at all. And we'll keep going and see what happens. And thank you for watching.